Hey, so I wasn't planning on putting out another video today or even recording another video, but when energy calls, I just have to answer. And for the last week, probably longer than a week actually, I've been feeling a specific phrase. It's tarot readers assemble, and I keep hearing it, keep hearing it, and so basically, I just thought I'd pull some cards, see if anything kind of comes out. I wasn't planning on recording or anything like that, but sometimes when things just line up perfectly, you just have to kind of go with it and put the message out there. And the first card that came out, I pulled from the Moonology Oracle deck just to get a feel for the energy, and it was this card that came out first. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. We then have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. All is going to balance out, all is going to weigh out correctly. And then we have the rainbow card. Now, this card is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, and with that deck is kind of more for me. I kind of only like to use that deck for myself, but also if I am called to use it for the channel, then I will obviously, which I have done. And I only read when I feel called to read because I feel that gives me an added added information, more depth, rather than me already knowing the meaning of everything. But anyway, sorry, let me just get into it. And when this card came out in particular, the rainbow card, my instant interpretation of that was, and the guidance that was coming through, was the fact of, again, all these different perspectives, all these ideas, all these belief systems coming into one. Okay, yeah, sorry. And going back to, let's start from the beginning. So, Joe, I'm just a bit all over the place right now, sorry. Um, don't let your past hold you back, South Node. And what I was getting is that this is the time when tarot readers are needed, because there's an element of healing that is needed before we go into 5D Earth, is what I'm getting. And to be honest with you, I don't know how soon or when 5D Earth is going to be, whether it will be in 10 years, 6 months, 5 days, you know. However, what's being brought to my attention is that before we go into 5D Earth, there's a certain amount of healing that needs to be done, that needs to undergo. And I want to say tarot readers have a lot to do with that healing. They have a big role to play. And not that other kinds of healers, such as like Reiki masters or anything like that, that their role is not important and integral when it comes to the healing of the planet. But tarot readers have a way to be able to, one, heal people, but also give them knowledge at the same time, if that makes sense. We're able to trigger healing as well as pump out hidden information, or information that hasn't already been kind of mass accepted or mass known. We're able to heal and also integrate light codes into the I want to say into the matrix. But sorry, when it comes to the don't let your past hold you back, what I was getting was that when it comes to the healing and tarot readers healing other people, for some reason there's this energy of you focusing upon your darkness, the things that you need to heal within yourself. And for some reason I'm getting this energy of, it feels like, oh, if I haven't healed myself, then I shouldn't be helping other people heal. But there's something to do with the healing of yourself whilst healing somebody else. For instance, when I'm doing a reading or I am channeling energy, not only is that energy going out to the universe and is helping trigger healing in other people, it triggers healing within myself. When I do a one-to-one reading with somebody, I feel the healing, I receive the healing as well as the other person does, as well as the other person receiving the information. And it's about you don't literally don't hold yourself back. These three cards basically come in one after the other. Don't hold yourself back, a win-win outcome is forecast. Everything is going to balance. You will reap the war. You will be rewarded for your efforts. And it may not necessarily be in this life, it may be in a next life. Or when you go back to source I don't know, there may be something waiting for you there, but no good deed goes unpaid, is what I'm getting. And then with this rainbow card again, the interesting thing about that and how that came out with the in regards to the tarot reading is that that card is all about you kind of being a bridge between the spirit world and the physical world, and that is exactly what kind of tarot readers are. You are a bridge. You bring people to spirit and you bring spirit to them. You act as a conduit for source. I just feel that tarot readers have a way of helping balance out energies in people and energetic bodies and ethereal bodies. There's something to do with when you speak truth and when you are speaking somebody else's truth to them and they don't really know you at all. There's a balancing out of something. There's a balancing out of kind of emotion, because I don't know what's coming to me right now is when I do a reading, even when I've done a reading for a friend and I'm thinking of a particular friend, I did a reading for her and we haven't really spoke about her issues or like family stuff, but as soon as I finished the reading, there was an ease and they then began to express all these things that I didn't know about their life and just so on. And that's what tarot readers are able to do. They're able to, one, bring truth, but also take away kind of the emotion that causes us to become, I want to say, blinded by what is actually there, the information that is there, the truth that can be actually received. That's what's coming with this card. The full moon in Libra. Is tarot readers have a way of, I don't know how to really say it, but it's not that all the emotion is taken out of it, because when I read, it is an emotional thing. It's a lot to do with how I feel, the impressions I'm getting, how energy is literally making me feel alongside the concepts and the ideas that are being channeled to me. Yeah, sorry. And there's this emotion, there's, okay, better. Now, tarot readers have the ability to not allow emotion to overshadow the truth. So there's always going to be emotion with what they're saying, but the main focus is placed upon the truth. But yes, right now is a time for tarot readers to really come together, not just to come together with each other. Oh yes, that is coming through literally right now so strong that just because you're a tarot reader doesn't mean you can't go to another tarot reader for guidance. I'm getting, imagine how powerful the healing is that you help trigger in somebody else when you are doing your readings with somebody that's not, I want to say, spiritually connected, or somebody that's not as conscious as you are. Imagine when two beings come together to facilitate healing in one another. Imagine when two conscious beings, two light workers, two healers come and try and to facilitate healing in each other. Imagine how powerful that is. Okay, so I'm getting the sense that I need to pull two cards from the Kyoge Ancestors and Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Okay, so we'll just do that right now. Let's read this. Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you here now. I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. Ashe. So let's see what we have coming in regards to tarot readers assembling. We are a huge force, a huge team, and for some reason I'm being told we need to uplift and build each other rather than tearing each other down. I don't know why that's coming through for tarot readers, and maybe it's something to do with tarot readers on YouTube. Maybe there's envy and jealousy over people having like larger channels or being more successful. But I'm getting we are a team of light. And there's a link between tarot readers for some reason, obviously with tarot readers, but there's a link in terms of we support one another even when we don't know it. And energy's guiding me to, when I put out a lot of the videos I put out, and I'll be speaking on things that may be coming in or things that we may begin to experience, I will literally experience those things that same day or the next day or just within that week. I will literally gain confirmation. And so I'm talking about just confirmation just from my own physical experience. But then when I go and watch maybe another tarot reader or somebody that I consider to be one of my spiritual guides, but a physical spiritual guide, I mean, in terms of a human being, if I was to watch their video, they will say things that I literally said in my video. And to me, sometimes it's not shocking, but it's more so confirmation, because it means that, one, obviously, it's most definitely the truth of what is being said, but you're supporting me, but without intentionally doing so, if that makes sense. And I'm getting that's what we need to recognise, that we are all supporting each other. The envy and jealousy towards another tarot reader is not going to benefit anybody. And I'm getting that really should be eliminated already. That should be eliminated already. It's bringing up that's part of the egoic mind, jealousy and envy. Okay, now why am I saying she? Is Gaia here? I'm hearing like a ring in my ears. It's like she's always here. What she's saying, Gaia, is that when it comes to your body, although you can clear things out of your mind and your auric field and your ego, so like, although you can clear those things within those components of yourself, emotions and things also can stay within the body, the physical body, and they can be triggered as well, like jealousy and envy and just being kind of frustrated that somebody's doing better than you, but not doing better in terms of maybe the quality of what they're saying, but just means in terms of kind of the monetary value or the number of subscribers, the number of likes. When you release that, when your body, I don't know why, but it's something to do with the body, and it's not nothing to do with the mind. Okay, so it's just that, and I'm being shown the eyes. When the eyes see these things, because it's not even what you hear, it's when the eyes see these things and recognize things, I don't know, it automatically triggers emotions within the body. Okay, and for some reason I'm being told that there's an element of cleansing that needs to be done, and I'm seeing like a bath, spiritual bath, to clear these kind of bodily emotions that are ingrained in your body, basically ingrained in your physical body. Spiritual bath, sea salt, lavender, stag, trust and thrive. I'm hearing it's our time when it comes to tarot readers. I'm getting that we are some of the most stable people on planet Earth right now. Some of the strongest people on Earth right now. And authentic. And vulnerable, but not in a weak way. And it's very enticing, this, I want to say, this vulnerability. I just feel like tarot readers need to continue to do their work whilst being connected to their emotion, being connected to their feeling, being connected to their divine inner knowing. But I don't know why the number 3 came up in another video, and I'm seeing like 3 people, and I know that a lot in kind of like magic and esoteric things, like the power of 3. But I'm getting 3 tarot readers, so I don't know whether that means like there needs to be an attempt to do more, like we need to attempt to do more connections with 3 people. I'm getting 3 different perspectives, or winter, take care of your needs. Let's go to some tarot. Let's pull some more, see what we have coming forward for the element of 3. Okay, we have 4 of Wands, dancing, kind of. I don't know why I said dancing. Obviously they're dancing, but I never say that for that card. Okay. It's weird because it's not really directly linking to this card at all, what guidance just came through. But what just came through was it's linked to the Godhead again, the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, the power of 3. When these 3 beings or 3 people or 3 tarot readers come together, I'm getting that there's something to do with like being able to channel God. And I don't know why like God keeps coming up, like the word God, because to me like everything is God. We are God. I am God. You are God. Everything's an expression of God. But recently, like God's been coming to me in terms of being more. It just feels more of a physical entity, a physical, not a physical being in terms of being physical like me, but I mean, in that concept of God actually being a physical being. I know that doesn't sound at all, because the reason why I sound a bit confused is because I also see like energy as God. I just see everything that is seen and not seen, I just consider to be an expression and element of God. But for some reason, it's just coming to me more in a physical sense of it is actually a entity of some sort. But going back to the power of 3, it's that when these 3 people come together, and I don't know why, even it might be even just by connecting hands, or when they put their intuitive ability to the test, there's an element of bringing forward this energy of God. Okay. And we have the Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment. It's pouring into the lake. There's this connection to God. Maybe I should look up the numerology of the number 3, or the meaning of number 3. It's not coming to me right now, but there's definitely a link between number 3 and God for some reason, or the 3 people being able to bring forward the energy of God, or maybe that there are 3 spiritual leaders that are going to do something in, like with 3 of them, or 3 of them are going to come together, or I don't know, something to do with 3, but it seems very important, very significant, very spiritual. Let's see. if we have any tarot guidance. So I'm getting that basically when it's coming to the connection with God or whatever this, why, I don't know, whatever this being is, but it's coming to me as God. Sorry, now this card speaking to me. It's that even though there's 4 people dancing, the 4th person is just is actually the God, if that makes sense. Now the other 3 is the reason why there's 3 people and the number 3 keeps coming up is the fact of God lives within many different states, all different dimensions, many different realities, many different energies and emotions. It just lives in everything. It lives in everything, sorry. I shouldn't put gender to it. It lives in everything and is a part of everything. So it takes 3 people to get 3 different kind of, I want to say, perspectives of God to bring to the conversation because, again, 3, the Holy Trinity. Seven of Pentacles. Something's been brewing. Tarot readers. Tarot. I feel like we've been working hard and for some reason there's a lack of recognition coming to me that over the years tarot readers have not been kind of recognized for all the healing that they've done and put into the world and help trigger. I keep being shown like doctors and people who have kind of medical degrees that have facilitated healing, or like counselors and those kind of people. They get a lot of credit, a lot of reward in terms of public recognition, but when it comes to a spiritual practitioner, there's little recognition I'm getting. And I'm getting that the reward's going to come, but again, just as people have not been able to see the healing that you've cultivated, they may not necessarily be able to see the reward that you get, the abundance, the spiritual abundance that you receive or that you will receive. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave that there. Probably ending it a little bit abruptly, but I don't want this video to be too long. So I thank you for being present with me. Light workers, assemble. This is our time to be continuing to cultivate healing on planet Earth for when we go into 5D consciousness, 5D Earth. So yeah, peace and love. Ashe.